G'day VC, how are you all? Vinyl Boy Triggerback. Thank you. I've got 7, count them, 7 subscribers. Thank you very much to all you people that all you 7 people that have subscribed. Really appreciate it. I was happy chuffed when I got 1. So you give me a bit of feedback, or give me a bit of feedback, which thank you. And yeah, just be patient and put some videos out there of this hobby habit that we enjoy, that we love. So it's not a bad habit. Not too detrimental to our health. It's actually quite good for us, I think. As long as you keep everything in check, you make sure you spend enough time with your family, have your budget and stick to it, and and get out there. Parts that I love is digging. I love digging through salvos, vinnies, thrift store bins. Just keeping an eye out for different places that might sell records, and going to record shops, and of course bringing it back, cleaning it up and listening to it. So it's a great thing. So if you're watching this, you're obviously into it too. Okay, these are not spectacular finds by any means, but they're all 10 cents Australian each, so you can convert it back to your currency, but it's bugger all. You can't buy anything in this world virtually these days 10 cents, but you can get some classic album that could last you a lifetime. So that is amazing in itself. So I'll just go through them. I'm trying to make this video too long, see how we go. Remember, they're only 10 cents each, so there's nothing too spectacular. There's a couple of reasonable ones, so I'll point them out to you, or you can see them yourself. Here we go. So we've got the Maestro's All Steel Band, Caribbean Sounds. Bit of, I guess, reggae, steel. I don't know. Give it a go. Haven't got any of this sort of type of music, so you've got to give everything a go. And that's definitely something, since I've been on the VC and listening more to vinyl, definitely my genre tastes and things I want to try is just really expanded. And stuff, there's so much stuff out there we're just learning about. It's amazing how much music's out there, and bands that are just unearthed really still. Okay. Dionne Warwick, 20 greatest hits. Getting a little bit older, can't do much about that. What attracted me was still in its outer cover, and it looked like in good, really nice condition. So generally, when they're in this sort of condition on the outside, generally on the inside they are good. I haven't looked inside this one, but I'm imagining it's going to be pretty reasonable. It looks pretty reasonable for me. So yeah, it's nice seeing stuff that are in nice condition, their covers and inside sleeves and wrappers and stuff like that, the outer sleeves and stuff like that, because generally inside's good, it's been looked after. Neil Diamond, got some great songs, so Ted Egan, The Overlanders, this Australian poet, storyteller about bush, land. So it's just another one that was in really nice condition. And I like collecting some of this, sort of can learn a little bit about your own country. And yeah, so Ted Egan tells some Australian stories. Another one, Arnhem Land Lullaby. And so the condition, what attracted me, not generally stuff I would normally buy, but for the price, why not? And famous song, Waltzing Matilda, the Australians, sort of like a folklore song, sort of part of our culture, heritage, and just sort of good Australian song. We often sing it in sporting events, like the Wallabies sing that before coming out to play. It sort of fires them up, fires most Aussies up. What did you see when you first saw that? Do you think the Birds? That's what I thought, the Birds, but they're actually the Bards. Another good sleeve, another good sort of lot on the condition. And the other thing attracted me, Polydor. That's probably my favourite label. Just simple, but just love it. Probably because it's Jimi Hendrix one, so probably something to do with it. But anyway, they're like an Irish folk group. Made it they were one of the few Irish acts that perform on British ITV. So give it a go. Bit of Russian theatre. By Strakovsky, Petroshka. It's probably not right, but anyway, I'm sort of interested. I don't know, for some reason I like to collect some of the Russian sort of theatre sort of shows. I don't know. Hogmanay, every day's a Hogmanay. So doing the Scottish thing. Yeah, so I like to collect I'm trying to actually get an album from, say, each country. I don't know if that's going to be possible, but I think I've got a couple of Scottish themed ones, but, you know, give it a spin. Some of these I'll keep, some of them I'll just move on. Summer Cruisin' compilation, I like my compos. There's actually some reasonable artists on this. Beach Boys, Chris Ray, David Lee Roth, Fleetwood Mac, so actually some really good artists. Pat Benatar, All Nighters, oh no, Milli Vanilli, Blaming on the Rain, terrible. Models, Belinda Carlisle, she was, growing up, she was, still is hot, but yeah, but she was someone that I didn't mind listening to and seeing. Broken Hill Miner. This is never seen this one before. This is a different one. This is a cool cover. Broken Hill's a town in western New South Wales. Probably say from Sydney, probably about 8-10 hour drive. And you're still in the same state of New South Wales. And it's released in '83, just about the miners and the boundary rider and two dam sinkers, which I don't know what that means, probably just pegged out their claim of their their land, I guess. So yeah, interesting, sort of Australian sort of history, culture, heritage sort of things. So, and it's in that sort of outer sleeve again. Looks like in pretty good condition. What label? Let's have a look. Dun dun dun. Okay, the Tindola. Never seen that one before. I'm not sure if I've seen that one Tindola before. Yeah, you know, why not? The Graduate, Simon Garfunkel, hits. This is the movie, and this is not the cover I normally see on this album. Normally it's a guy there doing something. It's a movie soundtrack. But yeah, so yeah, hopefully it's their music, not the some sort of someone else singing it. But yeah, Simon Garfunkel. Top of the Pops, you know, can't go wrong. Even though these are not original artists, there's multiple versions. Like Top of the Pops released, probably like a monthly thing. Not sure actually how many were released, but yeah, I like them. And as I say, the original artist though, that's probably the only one I would buy that's not the original artist. I have been stung before sometimes with compilations and they're not the original artist. But yeah, that's one I might check out. Conway Twitty. Yeah, what caught my eye was Born to Lose, the song Born to Lose, which is a Ray Charles song, I believe, and Country Guy. Give it a spin. Seekers. Haven't seen this Seekers one before. They're an Australian band, 70s. Sort of one of the first bands to make it overseas. So yeah, so give it a spin. As I say, it's not going to blow you out of the water, this stuff, but you know, it's reasonable. 10 cents. Neil Diamond. You Don't Bring Me Flowers. 20 Red Hot Hits compilation. This one, Johnny Cash, Blood, Sweat and Tears, Status Quo, Neil Diamond, and Kamal. Oh, that's the one artist I will never buy a LP of. Sorry, Kamal, but I draw a line there. But he was on there, so we'll let him slide there. The Mighty Fortress, Mahalia Jackson. Soul. Is she related to the Jacksons? Jackson 5s? Mick? Who knows? Maybe. Haven't seen this one before. Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. Classic Broadway show. I've never actually seen this one before, so I thought I'd give it a go. Good old Bing in Paris. Yeah. Does a bit of French. I wonder if he sings some French in French language in this. Some of these French hits. How many other countries' hits did he sing? Another couple of pops. Compilation tuned on Elton John Band. How often does he call Elton John Band? I never really hear him call that. Janice Innes, Stykes, Stylus. Yeah. Give it a whirl. A compilation, but then I noticed when I brought it home, it was the James Last Band. Don't know, I wouldn't buy him, but anyway, that got through the into the batch. Anyway, come home with me. Southside Island Magic, and what I like this was draw me to this is the Waikiki Beach Boys. So you know, the very own Hawaiian sort of Beach Boys. So that's what they call themselves. So it'd be interesting to see what it sounds like. Same sort of vibe, easygoing tunes, beachy, summer, loving. Yeah. This one I was quite happy to get and hadn't seen it before, and you know, obviously know them, A Flock of Seagulls. So yeah, I'd never actually seen it before, so I was happy to get that one. Got the hype sticker on the back. This one's actually 50 cents. This next few were 50 cents each. So it didn't quite blow the budget as well. Obviously, the famous song Iran. Good song, very good song. Were they one-hit wonders? Maybe. This one I was quite happy with. Never seen this one before either, and it's always nice going through and thinking, well, I haven't seen that one before. I haven't registered that one before, and you check it out. So you know, it's amazing. Somewhere stored in our brains, we're just clicking through. You can just see a little bit of covers, and you know what it is, and that's quite cool. Even when you're walking in a shop, and you can, you know, generally what you want to see is new things there at these sort of shops, because you know someone's dropped off a new collection, or they brought out new stock. So, and that's always nice. And when it's the same, you can pretty much, nothing looks too different. You just go bang, 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 a few times, nothing's changed. Get out of there. But yeah. So anyway, this one, Once Upon a Time in America soundtrack. Basically, we've got Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, by the composer Ennio Morricone. Sorry, that's wrong. Ennio. Basically, yeah. So it looks interesting. It's obviously like a gangster sort of thing. I think set 60s, 70s, sort of gangster like mafia crime. I say probably violence there in it, and so yeah, but really nice. And the price here, $30, and yeah, so pretty reasonable price for a record. And what year was that? 1994. So that's a reasonable money for a record in 1994. And looking on Discogs, this one actually go from like $30, maybe up to $50. So very happy to get that one. Give that a spin. Let's check out the label on that one. It's on. Be embarrassing if it wasn't in there, or if it was a totally different album. Cause with these ones, it's because they're so cheap. I don't have time to check each one. You know, generally if I'm buying something that's worth a few bucks, I'll check out, you know, condition. These ones, they're so cheap that, you know, if it's rubbish, then I'll just get rid of it, throw it out, or you know. But oh, this is in a Mercury label, so yeah, looks nice. Just got to give it a clean up. Looks nice. So you know, when they're in that nice condition on the outside, often on the inside they're good. Not always, but yeah, often. Let me turn that around now. Okay, 82 with a bullet. I had all these on tapes. I love the 80s sort of 80s and 90s compilations. You got Depeche Mode, Duran Duran, Split Enz, The Church, great Aussie band, Diana Ross, Mental as Anything, Kim Wilde, Moving Pictures. So yeah, I like this. This is a good one. Best of ABBA. You know, not going to say no to that. Interesting with this hype sticker, it says mini LP. Sorry, mini LP. I was thinking, is there a smaller one in there? Like a small LP, but no, it's pretty much 33 and a third size, normal LP size. So, don't know, mini, but anyway. Kenny Rogers. Sorry, I'm not trying to, I don't want to make this moderately short, but 15 golden hits. The other one, what caught me was a Cotton Fields by the Highwaymen. Big Swing, you know, sort of Benny Goodman and Duke. This one, I've seen it around, sort of give it a punt. This one I bought, not from the thrift store, was it? I can't remember now, but from Record Shop, but cheap, but basically Hot House Flowers. I bought this previously anyway. But what was interesting as well was they got the radio station back here. So 2GZ was a radio station in country New South Wales in Orange. And it's interesting tracks that may be played on there. And what they do, the DJ would write down their name, initials, and the date and time they actually played it. So that's pretty cool. I don't think they'd be using that system these days. and one that big band, massive band that was missing from my collection. Finally got one now. Doors. Self-titled, their first album. Love it. Very happy to get the Doors. Hopefully start working on my collection now. Couple 45s. Dave Brombrick Quarter in Europe. Oops. Jeez. Nat King Cole. Don't mind that old Nat. West Side Story. And this one was a quirky one. Rolling Stones. Oh, cool. 45 Rolling Stones. And it looks like Keith's Surprise 60th. Is it the Keith? Saturday 30th of June, 5 p.m. I think Keith would have started a little bit earlier than that. Anyway, it's obviously an invite, and you know they've put it's for Helen and Maury, and that's pretty cool, isn't it? So if you're looking to invite, or you know if you organise a party for someone who's into vinyl, that's a pretty cool idea. Bought a couple other things. I'm a bit of a sucker for any musical sort of equipment that's there, and even this one, bought tape deck and radio, National Panasonic, and what I love, made in Japan, heavy. Doesn't actually work though. It makes static noise, but we might be able to get it going. And I bought a Walkman. It's on the box. What else did I buy? That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Yeah, so thank you everyone that's subscribed. And yep, keep digging, keep needle dropping. Vinyl Boy Trigger signing out.